Day 5, let's go.
I've just finished my run and I wanted to run through with you what the data has said on the scales when it comes to my last 5 days. So Monday, I was 87.26 kg. Don't ask me about stone or pounds, no idea. Have a look on a converter. I dropped quite significantly after day 1, 2 and 3. So I was 87, 86, 85, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit on day 4 and 5. Now, we've got to ask ourselves, like, how much was that first of all? It was 1.79 kg or 3.93 pounds. I think a lot of people understand that a bit more than 1.79 kg. Just makes it a little bit more digestible. That's where I go pounds, not kilos. Now, when I look at that, I think, okay, physically I can't lose that amount of fat in this period of time. It's just impossible, right? So there's going to be variables like why did this happen? It's going to be due to water and carbs. So I'm going to have less water and carbs in my system, in my muscles. So I definitely feel it because I feel a little bit weaker in my performance. But with carbs and water, so there's 1 gram of carb retains like 3 grams of water. That's quite a significant amount of weight. So initial loss could be a lot of water weight. Then we are looking at things like fat. Why is it dropping? There is fat loss happening, right? I can't say, oh, it's exactly this, because we just don't know. Over a longer period of time, we can determine physically, like visually, measurements, weight. We can say, yeah, you've lost a substantial amount. You've got the scales as well. They're not massively accurate, but they're a measurement and variable. Also, I'm just going to put poo. So yes, there is going to be an element of waste as well. Initially, I'm drinking a bit more water. Bowels are a bit more regular, but then I'll just kind of flag that on day 4, didn't go to the toilet, didn't need to. Why? Because I was just eating less food. When you eat less food, you may not go as regular, quite simply. This is why making sure that you have an adequate fiber does help, because if you are eating less calories and you're not having adequate fiber and having lots of protein, you could get locked up. So that is my goal, but yeah, today was good. So currently things are going in the right direction. Now, how have I done this? I have been in a 750 to 1,000 calorie deficit. Now, a lot of people will be like, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, it is. And everyone is different. People have different tolerances to deficits. Some people really struggle with even a 250 calorie deficit. Some people are like, yeah, I'm fine. 1,000 calories, don't even know. There's some really interesting evidence around this, but I can discuss that a little bit on another video. But that's how I have achieved this, right? Now, you're thinking like, what can I do next week to do the same? And the answer is, you might not. If I'm brutally honest, it probably won't happen. It may happen, but it probably won't. Why? It's because we don't have as much water and glycogen or carbohydrates, as you might know it, in your system. So you're going to be weighing lighter because you don't have as much. So you're in a fat loss phase. You're going to be in a position where you're not storing as much, right? So this is a big variable. There's going to be initial weight loss of water, and this, what can I do, if I could answer that very simply, is do it again. What I mean by that is do everything again. Keeping to a calorie deficit, whether you're tracking or not, keeping those control variables, whether it's like I'm having 3 meals, I'm not snacking, great, oh my God, I lost weight, fantastic, cool. We'll do that again. Do it again and again and again. It's a really unsexy thing, but this is the biggest thing that most people have a hiccup with, is they can't be consistent. And when you have a bit of motivation on the scales, you're a bit like, oh yeah, I can do this. It kind of pushes you on. But you also need to acknowledge, and I will identify, is when that scales peaks up, you still got to keep going. Because if you don't, all you're doing is potentially reducing the deficit because you're thinking, well, I've ruined it, so I might as well eat loads of food. And you're thinking, how is that logical, right? You're just slowing the process down. Sometimes you've had an indulgent day, just draw a line in the sand and move on and go back to what you were doing. So that is, do it again. What do I need to do? Do it again. Do everything that you were doing in week 1, do it again. Because then you'll learn about your tolerances to what meals you're picking. If some meals make you hungrier than others, which ones make you more satisfied, and more than likely it's going to be high fiber, high protein meals that are going to be kind of more filling, kind of taking you through until the next meal. So yeah, hopefully this has helped you, just give you maybe a better picture to why the weight goes quite quickly initially and then it kind of tapers off, and this is just in the 5 days. So needless to say, let's just see what happens, because that is it. A lot of people think, oh my god, how am I going to replicate this whole week? You might not, but what you can do is replicate the habits that you did this week by, whether you're tracking, whether you're meal planning and following recipes, meal frequency, it doesn't matter. But you just need to do it again and again, building more evidence in your ability to say, wow, I know how to get results. I need to do X. If I continue to do X for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to get the result that I want. So be patient, do not quit. And if you are watching this, you are on the challenge and you haven't subscribed, even if you are not on the challenge and you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this channel. It would mean the absolute world. Give this a little thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.